Back to the show. Daryl Nicholson out in beautiful 4370 with Councillor Yve Stocks. How are you today?
Good morning, Daryl. I'm very well, thank you.
Look, you said let's meet at the beautiful Bellevue Cafe, and I've got to get inside and have a look. It looks great from the outside, but you said the street will be quiet and we'll get a car park easy, but it's bloody busy here today.
Well, it's Friday,
Yeah.
and I think a lot of people do come into town to do their shopping on a Friday for their weekend supplies. Also, we've got a big motorbike racing event this weekend, so although that won't explain the cars that are here now because they'll all be out at the racetrack. But it's good to see it, and I just thought it'd be nice to meet in the street so you can get a bit of a look of what's going on.
Look, it feels good. It feels busy, and there's people in the shops and walking around. They're carrying bags, so which is
that's
a good
very
sign.
good. Yeah, and I mean, I suppose people have got a few bargains, you know, help attract people in here. And I certainly support all the coffee shops around town.
Well, I'm glad we picked this one, so do thank you for that. And here comes our coffee now. So,
Yes.
and this lady's name is.
Yes, hello Daryl. This is Colette.
Okay, and here with Colette. How are you, Colette? Welcome to the show.
Good, thanks, Sarah.
That's good. Oh, going well, going well. Tell us, you're on the ground here in the main street of Warwick. What's how's the feeling going? How's everyone feeling in the town now with the drought and the fires that are happening?
I think it's a little bit tough on everyone emotionally to just it's ongoing. You know, the fires were well reported a few weeks ago, but we're still got smoke in the area today from surrounding fires, and I think that takes its toll to just wake up every day. And we're not smelling the roses at the moment in the Rose City, we're smelling the smoke.
I drove in out, I was listening to Belinda Sanders on the way out, and high fire danger. There's 35 fires around Queensland at the moment. I see the haze here. So are you seeing a lot of people, visitors visiting from Brisbane and the Gold Coast? Are they coming up here at the moment, do you think, or Toowoomba?
I have been to a few local events that have been put on, and they're to support the drought affected areas and fire affected areas, and there have been people that have come primarily just to support those events, and that's been really heartening to see that the message is getting out there, and people are taking on board that we can use their support financially. There's a lot of great specialty shops around, and to have that support from outside the community is really amazing. Like, I think it does help us emotionally.
Yeah, and I think that's a great idea. Look, if you're in Brisbane, Gold Coast, Toowoomba, just come out to this area, do your Christmas shopping here, think local, support local, buy local, and I think that's a great message. But look, I want to thank you for coming on the show today. I know we threw the camera in front of you quite quickly, but look, thank you for coming in, and thank you for representing Bellevue Cafe. That was a good little few words there from Colette.
Yeah, that's good.
And that's probably the message I'm trying to get out to Brisbane, to all the people around Queensland, that these little towns are still open for business. They're not burned out.
No, that's right. I mean, we have had fires all around us here in Warwick. I mean, obviously down at Stanthorpe and Ballandine, they were much worse affected. You know, we did lose a few houses down there, which is very unfortunate for the people who live in them. But the community has really rallied around everybody to help them out where they can, and there's lots of other support, both drought and support, you know, from people who've had problems with the fire. You know, just looking at cars going past in the window with the hay bales on, people are still having to buy feed and water to water and feed their stock. So, you know, the people in the country are really doing it tough. And when they haven't got money to spend, they can't spend it in the shops. And so this is what, you know, we're talking about today, helping promote what's going on in the town so that we can get people to come here and spend money. We have lots of really beautiful specialty shops, in dress shops and gift shops and health food stores, lots of cafes, you know, and this is the main strip rather than in the shopping centre. So, you know, you go to the big cities, you've got big shopping centres where everybody gets a park underground and they go and spend a few hours in the shopping centre. We want to get them out here. There's plenty of things to see, you know, and as far as the fires go, you know, we've got fires raging around us, you know, out of town at the moment. It's very smoky. That affects people too. But we want to tell people who don't live in the region that there's still plenty to see and do here. You know, all the regeneration from the fire in Stanthorpe a month or so ago is happening now. Everything's turning green. You know, this is what used to happen in the old days. They'd have a fire. The Indigenous people used to light fires to regenerate what's happening. So there is regeneration on a large scale. So don't cancel your holiday if you've booked a holiday here. Make it a longer holiday. You know, we've got school holidays coming up. There's plenty of accommodation places that will suit families, and there's plenty of things for them to do, including things that you don't have to spend money on. You know, things like the main range all the parks, all the I'm trying to think of the right word, all the national parks.
Yep.
There's still plenty to see and do in there, so you don't have to actually spend money to do those things, but you're helping people if you stay in the accommodation and you eat out and you do things like that. And all that outside money goes around, they reckon about 7 times.
Yep.
You know, it affects everyone, you know. I have a business, and when people spend money in my business, that means I can spend money on other things that I couldn't spend otherwise. I've just actually ordered 4 water tanks so that I'm going to be self-sufficient where it comes to water.
Excellent, excellent. And just speaking of water, there's a bit of progress out. We just saw the front page of the paper, a bit of progress with out at Stanthorpe for water, and again, you know, come out. There's still water available.
Yes, there is, and you know, we've even extended the boat ramp at Storm King Dam while the water is low. That's the perfect time to do it. So that's been extended down there for people to make use of the dam as for water skiing and fishing and all that kind of thing. So that's something we've been able to do. That's another positive that's come out of it. We've had some funding, you know, that we've got, you know, council found some funding to do that. Now we also got funded by the state government to build the 2 tanks of 1 megalitre each to store the carted water in before it goes to the water treatment plant. That was 2.4 million funded by the state government. Good. And they have promised us 800,000 per month to cart the water to put in those tanks. Now that's till about 2021, depending on how long we need it. Of course, we're all hoping it's going to rain, and you know, we will need an awful lot of rain to fix this drought, though. So you know, with the way it is, Stanthorpe's will run out of water by next month. So that's when the water carting will start, and that will be coming from the dams in Warwick. So it's not just Warwick's water, it's the region's water.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's raw water that we'll be taking out of Connolly Dam first, and then that will go straight to those tanks and then to the treatment plant, so that people will have that drinking water. And then once we figure that we can't take any more out of Connolly Dam, it'll come out of Leslie Dam.
Great, okay. So, but again, still, everyone knows I'm on about this. Wish, pray, meditate, hope, dream, whatever you do, for rain, please.
Yes.